helicopter and get on out of town, because they're not just fighting, they're not fighters. Most of the fighters fighting, that fighting, they're not doing no physically, except a little bit of face-to-face fighting, and all those are hired troops.
Right, Sudanese.
Everybody is hired. Right. They're not gonna, and that's why they ain't doing no, hey man, this is for money.
Right.
Money and life, hey man, I'm not that, it's not for ideology. But the Houthis and everything is ideology. So I want you to imagine them getting fired up in Yemen, getting extra weapons, because when the war starts, you don't have to pretend like you're doing this or pretend like you're just going to load up whoever you are, whoever your home folks are. Now I want you to remember, Bahrain, the 20% is ruling the 80%. 20% Sunni is ruling the 80% Shia. So that's it. As soon as you light a firecracker, that just goes up in smoke. And they have to run off back to Saudi Arabia, wherever they come from. Lebanon, now remember we were studying about changes and an upgrade in each stage of those militaries, like Hezbollah. What I was reading about Hezbollah and asymmetric warfare in Iran, I copied that from 2011. That means they went through at least an upgrade and a half because of the timelines. If you study Iran, every few months they come out with a new missile. This is the Cordad 1. Cordad 2, they use a Cordad 3. 15th of Cordad, that was June 15th, 1963, the 15th of Cordad uprising in Iran when they killed, I don't know how many thousand people. They killed, yeah, that was the 3rd of June, 1963. They killed 15,000 Iranians, the Shah did, yeah. You gotta look at the numbers. 15,000. Well, so here we are, but that's 15,000 people. 500,000 people, 1 million people died. Over 1 million just died in this last thing in Iran. 1 million people. In the Iran-Iraq war, it was another 1 million. Okay, but now, the technology, if they can shoot that drone down, that's one thing the Americans realize. Wait a minute. If they shot down a drone from 81,000 feet, that's up in the stratosphere. That's almost in the ionosphere, whatever they call it. That's up there. You don't get weightless up there, but you way up there. You got to have super oxygen. Because you got to have oxygen at 10,000 feet. At 20,000, 30, if that cabin not pressurized, you got to have oxygen. What about 81,000 feet? They shot it down. What are they going to say? Hey, they shot us down like that. We have to reassess their capabilities. Because see, arrogance, you don't be, they say we will obliterate. That's what Donald Trump said. That is not possible nowadays. Number one, Iran is too big. Number two, the technology is Iran's technology is too sophisticated. Iran is number 4 or 5 in drones in the world. Iran stole their drones 5 years ago or something. The white man's drone just flying by, they hacked it and they landed in Iran. And then the Americans lied as usual, and then Iran showed them, see, look, this is where, see, it's landing. this is where it took off from, because it got the cameras running, they took off. I want you to think about the Israelis. The Israelis and the Saudis, what they say. If they can keep them people fighting, if they can keep Iran and the Americans fighting each other without no challenge to them, they're all for it. But wait a minute. The first thing Iran is going to do, that's why I say stockpile, stockpile, stockpile. So they can just unload wave after wave. The factories is kicking out right now. Missile technology. Why do you think that they said the Israelis told the white folks here, you got to get another treaty, man, because you got to control that technology, missile technology. Is that on or off?
Yeah, it just went off on me.
Yeah,
You want to get yours up and running?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, yeah, because this is very important stuff here. Anyway, here's what we're saying. You take Lebanon. Lebanon in 2000, that's 19 years ago, the Israelis packed up and left most of Lebanon. They never did that to no Arab country. But 5 years, 6 years after that, when they attacked Lebanon, man, them boys just jumped up and they was ready to go. They said, we got to get out of here. They was afraid, and this is what happened to them. So I want you to look at Lebanon. That's a challenge to the Israelis. Combine Syria. Syria wants us to go along Heights back. It's easy to see who's been telling America what to do. It's Netanyahu and the Saudis. They've been telling them what to do. Because they changed the embassy, they do this, they recognize the Golan Heights. That's all for Israel. And the weapons thing they sent it through, that's for Saudi Arabia. But neither one of them want to have to put up, Israel is not that big. It don't want to put up with even unconventional missiles coming in. Because see, those Golden Dome and all that stuff they call all those systems, that's not true. That's not true. They don't, the things don't work. They're not 100%. I don't even think they're 50%.
Oh, that's Israel's,
Shooting the missiles down? I don't think so. They're not, they can't even shoot down the old Palestinians. Old type, the missiles they used to have when you got a tube and that you use for fireworks. That's basically what they are. What I'm saying is this. You see what Iraq just said? That's the whole side of this side of the whole Middle East would go up. That's why the general told me. Ain't nobody can contain this. You can't contain it. But once it starts, okay. America is trapped. It's open its big mouth. Imagine how the Iranians are feeling. You done tore up the treaty. You done told everybody else that they can't do business with us. We ain't putting up with that. That's what they're saying. Hold it, man. What are you? You a rogue. I mean, you know, like, and then Iran is telling other people what's wrong with y'all. Y'all are in on this too. You ain't, and that's why you see the French going over, the Germans going over. Everybody is trying to tell Iran to stay in the deal. watching down, and today they're talking about, we're not going to allow you to have a nuclear weapon. First of all, that ain't none of their business. And Iran, their technology, y'all remember A.Q. Khan, Abdul-Karim Khan, the Pakistani father of the atomic bomb, the atomic bomb? If Iran wanted an atomic weapon, they could have bought them from when the Soviet Union fell apart and they had all them nuclear weapons floating around. Iran could have bought a whole handful of them and could have bought a few scientists to come over and hook them up. Could have had A.Q. Khan. That's what they were saying. A.Q. Khan was helping. If he was helping them, then they would have it. I know Iran doesn't have an atomic weapon, but that's what a lot of people think, that they already have one. They just don't. The fatwa al-Rahbar says, we don't use it, we can't use it as a weapon of mass destruction. It kills everybody, you know.
Discriminate.
Huh?
It doesn't discriminate.
It kills everybody. They can't use it. It's a good fatwa. And a person of his stature cannot give a false fatwa to deceive. You know, that's a genuine fatwa. The only way something could happen is if some members of the military would be keeping him out of the loop. And they would be saying, hey man, the people, this symposium war, the people, hey man, Iran was throwing rocks by the time the Fao Peninsula, the fight down there in the Fao Peninsula in 1988. You know, they have a little smoke detector like that picks up poison gas. Yugoslavia, all of those people, everybody had them, all the Western countries. Iran couldn't even get those. They had it so isolated. So they learned their lesson. They already learned their lesson. They're not dependent on anybody. Just like the general said, you can't contain this. If you come over here messing with us, forget about all your military bases. They're gone. They're gone. I mean, you just have to fly out or get blown up. Because remember, their missile technology is used or would be used in their thinking just like those speedboats, swarm. You got aircraft carriers too close by, they'll swarm them. Okay? We'll send 200 dummy missiles and 5 real missiles at your aircraft carrier. It's gone. Because that's fine if it's one or two things coming. But if you're being swarmed, what about being swarmed from different directions? All at the same time. So the U.S., Iran is not going to allow the U.S. to just float over there and drop off any more troops. If they get over a couple of thousand more troops, they're going to say, hold it, man, what you doing and what you doing? You know, because that's where they are, psychologically. We've talked about this many times. In Shiism, the main heroes were all martyred, according to their belief. So 12 Imams, 12 Imams, that's a shorter story, but everybody was martyred. Imam's, Hussein's family was martyred. This war, you would have to have been a part of it to, I used to go to Iran for those programs and those soldiers. The Pastoran, Masjid, and them big programs, I mean, they would be on the verge of being ecstatic, you know, chest beating and all that. I mean, they really like, when you see on TV the people in Lebanon cutting their heads and swords and all that, that produces a certain mentality. If you leave them alone, they would be like any other Muslims. They just want to go about their business. But when you keep on, they don't know where the point is. They didn't already reached that point. That's where Iran is, and it's got everybody else in it. Let's talk about Afghanistan and Pakistan. Afghanistan, as U.S. troops have, been there for 17 years. What is it, 5,000 or 10,000? They would all be surrounded and swooped up and spanked. Why? Because the whole Northern Alliance, Mazar Sharif, all of that, they're Shias. 30% of Afghans are Shias. 30% of Pakistanis are Shias. Although it might take a little more time to get the Pakistani Shias hooked up, but they, whatever they are, they're going to cause enough fitna to draw off. Just look at now. The U.S. is trying, when they got Saddam, they was able to concentrate on Saddam Hussein. They can't do that with Iran. Iran now has a strategic alliance. Iraq, Iran, Syria, and possibly the Soviet Union. You know, the white folks be remembering stuff. You know what I mean? So the Russians, yeah, you sure did us cold, homeboy. I want you to think about the world. The world is not the same at all. The United States is not the same. They done forced all the white folks to do something they don't want to do. They done messed with everybody. And there are different, at least 2 different centers of power in the world talking about a new currency, international currency. So, one mistake, if they attack Iran, the first thing the international currency guys is going to say, the United States is too unstable, we have to do another currency. And the other thing is they're using their power to sanction everybody. They sanction Venezuela. You get out of line, they say you got to sanction. That's not the proper way to use. The UN or whoever, we don't give people that authority to do that. The U.S. is taking that authority. You got to remember, and just look down in South America, South and Central America. Is it the people of Guatemala's fault? No, the coffee is getting too cheap, so they got it. And not only that, Honduras and all of that. You ever study those elections down there? Who picks and chooses their people? The Americans. Then they give their stooges money and prevent everybody else. So guess what? Just like all the bananas from South America is up here. All the good coffee from South America. The good coffee, they don't drink it in South America. They send that up here for a higher price. They send it up here, Brazil, Colombia, all of that, Guatemala, all those places. They send the coffee up here. The best coffee. But now I want you to imagine all of those people. It's not as much Mexican immigrants running across the border now, right? Who is it? From Honduras, from all those places down there. Right? Guatemala, Honduras. Why they gotta leave? Why they gotta leave all of a sudden? If all the money from down there comes up here, they say follow the money, right? That's all the people are doing. We gotta come up here because they wasn't coming up here before. They gotta come up here now because it ain't no opportunity. You're just gonna work hard and die. And then the gangs and the criminals, why are they down? Why do they control so much of the countries now? Because of the dope up here. The people up here are dope fiends, right? So they used to come all the way around. We used to have something we called the Negro route. We used to bring our cocaine from Colombia to Mexico. And from Mexico, we just lob it across the border and do whatever we want. You know. But they cut off a lot of that stuff. So when they cut that off, they got, sometimes you can find cocaine floating in the water in Central America on the beach. Why? Because a boat didn't hit a thing or this, that, right? I'm trying to tell you. The problems that they have down there are caused because of the U.S. They should legalize their drugs, legalize their drugs. You're causing too much trouble for everybody. So long this war, you've been fighting this war over 50 years, and you haven't won it yet, and you've been playing. Right? The problems they have, they cause them themselves. And the problem with refugees from Syria and all of that, okay, you know, Angela Merkel, they was mad at her. Some of the Germans was mad. But the majority of Germans was happy. You know why? Germany got an old group of people like America now. Baby boomers, they got a bunch of old people. They need new young blood to do. Germany got these factories cranking. What do? They put them in German classes. I mean, the next day, they're happy to have most of those people. Some of them towns, they were like little towns in America. There were people moving to the big city and the towns get smaller. They said, call y'all, come on over here. They got housing, right? Oh, we got 2, 3 schools. Put your children in the school, because hell, we didn't have 3 children left in the school. So y'all fill up the school, right? And our factory was getting ready to close down. Oh, shoot, in 2 weeks, y'all don't know enough German to work in the factory, right? In 2 weeks, y'all don't know, and don't worry, in a year, you'll be fine. So everybody's benefiting, in a way, off a lot of this foolishness. There's winners and losers. Some situations